Do you have a stuck church? This is a very popular term today, and a lot of different books are being written about what do you need to do about being a stuck church. But sometimes people just say, well, what do you mean? What does stuck mean? Stuck is a term that comes from a spectrum of church health. And at the top of the list of church health is a significant church. This is a church that is not only growing, but it is multiplying itself and impacting itself in many, many other churches. I have a friend that just retired from a church that he planted 35 years ago. And during that time, the church started 25 daughter churches. But more than that, it brought in a lot of pastors that they mentored and set out and connected with so that they had a region where they were impacting for the Lord. This is a significant church. Under the significant church is the strong church. This is a church that is making and retaining more disciples and is growing and perhaps is involved in church planting. Its footprint in the community is large and people are aware of it, but it's not the significant level yet. Then there's the stable church. This is the church that has all of its systems online. It's discipling well, evangelizing well, making new leaders. It's not growing significantly yet, but it is on its way to increasing its presence in the community. And then at the bottom of the list, there's the sick church. This is a church that is on its way to death and dying. It has sabotaged itself. It's spiritually sick. Almost all of its systems are offline. And the stuck church is between the sick church and the stable church. It's a church that is not sick spiritually necessarily, but it is not growing. It's not making and retaining disciples. It doesn't know what's wrong with it. It doesn't know how to get out of the situation it's in to get into a growth process. This is what a lot of people struggle with. I pastor church, but it's not growing. It's plateaued. It's declining. For the last 3 years, we haven't seen anyone come to faith. But we're not sick. We're not lost in our faith or anything like that. We just don't know what's wrong. That's a stuck church. Over the next number of weeks, I'm going to be talking about the 12 different kinds of churches that are stuck, because churches are not stuck for the same reasons. They have similar characteristics, but there are different kinds of reasons why churches are stuck. And I'm going to talk about each one and how you, as that pastor, can help it to begin to move towards health and growth and making and retaining more disciples.